Okay, all right. So today is October 31st, 2024, last day in the month of October. Um, doing my video recap of the day. Unfortunately, I thought I was recording the um the opening bell, but I wasn't. I only had it set up. I never hit the record button, so I missed my entire trade. Um, Video wise, so I have to probably rely on the market replay. So just a quick recap of it. So this is the 30-minute chart. Price was on a strong downtrend from the overnight session. It kept dropping. We had a level here that I marked. I said this would be nice for a sell-off, and it did. Price sold off. So we had that going on, right, for about maybe 10 points. And then Q also did the same thing. VIX was breaking above. Well, Brooks was here at this area here that it hit several. I think it hit several times. And then so as price was making its way through these channels here, I saw price push strongly down below the weekly lows, tried to regain, right? But I saw some still selling, even on the buying, they were still selling, and then price had a relief. And I waited till the 35-minute candle close, and then I waited for rejection to break outside of the trend line that was created. Once price showed that it was outside of that trend line, inside of that gray, I took the entry, stop loss above the 5 minute. When as also NQ was showing that it was below the gray clouds, um, following the same thing. We did have an upper trend that I marked, but NQ was showing that it was still very strong and could drag ES down with it. I didn't see any buying with it, so I took my entry and I just let price go down to the next supply zone. Demand zone was ES and NQ were at the demand zone. I took my exit, so that was it. Only trade that I took. I was feeling very like ecstatic that I took the trade. It worked out, and I felt those emotions happening. So I walked away. I didn't clear my head. I walked away. In that brief moment when I walked away to clear my head, we had another setup. So I think this is the one I took. I took this one. Yeah. So we had this other setup right here. Um, and let me just. Okay. All right. So we had another setup. Right. So this is where I exit, and then we had a cluster. Right. A nice little cluster. Price poked up and then dropped down. And then we had another pullback right here. If we go to NQ, we'll see that uh, we had a pullback. Right, we had a pullback right here. I was thinking price was going to go long because we finally saw some green, but we never had any green on ES, and we're still below that entire trend. So NQ broke out of the trend line, right? So it goes ES still there. NQ broke out of the trend line, but it came up to that same cluster that ES had, and it created a push up, and then it failed, and then it dropped, right? Creating an entirely new trend. An entirely new trend. And Q really sold off today. It really sold off today. I think it's like 300 points. From the entry all the way down to here at 360 points, and then probably even more. So we have an upper gap now that was never going to get filled, that hasn't been filled. So we probably go into that lower gap that I've seen. So I missed this trade here, but probably for the better because the trades here on the outside worked very well. This one here with the poke, it still worked, but it is what it is. So there was still no buying opportunity here um until we reached towards the midday. Let me zoom out. All right. So here we had strong So we had a little bit of buying, but it failed, right? And then we had strong buying. So now if we marked this area here on NQ, let's do it on a separate chart. Let's do it on empty space. If we do that like that, go to empty space, all right, we can see that when price came around, it kind of just hovered around and then slowly moved up. Let's put this on back test, back up, and kind of the same thing with yes. So when we got there, price breaking below it, but no volume. Put on back up. All right. So yeah, so price breaking below, but no substantial. Hmm? Where is this? I said this one's a little higher. Let me buy even more because there was somewhere where I saw buying on the 30-minute. This is ES, right? Uh, we got buying right here. So there's no buying there. So buying is here at 11. Yeah, so that's buying, right? And then we actually bought. Okay, so at 11. Where was it on NQ? Buying is at 11, so it's a little higher. Then we had another one down here. Okay, so okay, so let's go to NQ because NQ was the weakest one. So right around here, got that. So let's just see what happens. So price reclaims, bounce. Okay, so I had a nice bounce with that one. This one, bounce. Are we hitting this balance? Probably could have tried to get that, but not really. I mean, yeah, in a sense, you could try to grab that, but there's nothing that really works out. Maybe the break here, but there's no buying here. Buying's pretty dead. A lot of buying on NQ, but ES is pretty dead. You know, so in selling was still very prevalent. No buying, bro. Change, so there's no buying arrows. Buying arrows are way down up here. No buying arrows to say. So same thing with ES, with NQ. So no reason to buy. And then when we did buy, we started moving back up. So NQ had the potential for a nice test here, and then boom. So I really like this moving, and then a retest, and then up. So this was a nice potential trade, and then right up into IB low. All right, so we got a breakout. Let's see here. This is 40. So we break out at 40. Got a pullback. So I probably would have missed this trade. No, this is 40, right? So where's 40? Give me 1 minute. Well, okay. So this is this trade here. Breaks out. So probably get it on a breakout, which would be here. Stop loss down here, and that wouldn't be enough. I'd have got my butt hammered and handed to me, risking 28 to make 30 when I should be trying to make this. So, but we're at initial balance. So when price comes up, 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 and fail, would have to just exit this trade. It took all of this buying out, and probably just hit the reversal because we're still in selling property, right? Still in the selling world, right? Still selling. So until we get all the way past all of this, maybe, and create some new demand. So that's the only one that we had, right? So with ES, let's see how we could have capitalized with ES. I do like this candle. This candle alone would have really caught my attention. Right. Uh, yeah, with NQ, not really so much. But with ES, I like this candle type, the spinning top. I don't know. Let's see it. It just says, okay, price is likely going to go. So, and look at that last little double top. If I could spot it, right, I would have to enter here. Boom. All right, this would have been a nice trade. Down 4, 8, good. All right, but I really like the fact that price went to initial balance, push, had volume, and then it sold. So this is an initial balance fail right here. Boom. Right at the end of the day, 30. And a nice push down. This is a very good. Would have been a very good trade. Had the because price went and closed at initial balance. 1, 2, close, push up, got the rest whatever it could, risking about 8 points, making 16. And then as we get here, strong push, right? Would have to just definitely track this hand on hand. 28 points if you could, even if you just get 20 points, that's good. And once again, if we do some math, which I do love doing, um, 20 times 5 is 100. So if I had 20 times 50, that's 1,000, right? Let's just mess with 1. And that went to 28. So that would be 1,800. And then, 20 times 50 times 10, 10,000 times, if I had 30, just put 3 on there, 30,000. $30,000 move right here. Right, $30,000 move, risking how much? 8. 8 times 50. No. Times 30. Yeah, I think that's right. All right. So 50 times 30 times 8. So that $12,000 risk. All right. And I probably would have just really just moved my stop loss very quickly up. So, but wouldn't want to risk that much. Let's say probably risking, say if I'm trying to risk my average 300, my 300 points here. So 300 divided by 8 would have been, no, 300 divided by 50 would be 6 points, is what I want to risk, but I can't do that. 50 times 8, that's 400. So I'd have to risk 300 divided by 8 divided by 5. So 7.5 micros. So 8 micros. 8 times 5 times 8. 7 micros. 7 times 5 times 8. So 7 micros. So if I'm doing 7 micros, right? So 7 micros times 50 times 3 would be that. No, times 30. Times 30 would be that, right? 7 micros. So 20 times 50 times 30 would be this, right? 7 times, no. All right, sorry, 1 minute. So we usually do 7, we usually do 10 times 3 to get 30. So 7 times 3 would be 21. With 21 times 50 times 8, 840, 8,400. Yeah, 8,400, right? Just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So if I'm doing 1 micro times 8, that's 400, right? 10 micros times 8, that's 4,000. So 30 micros times 8, that's 12,000. So 7 times no, 1 minute. Oh my goodness. I need pen and paper. I'm not trying to say here. 300 divided by 8 is 37.5. Divided by 5 is 7.5. Right? 7.5 is 7.5, 7 micros, right? So 7 times 8, no, 7 times 5 times 8 is 300. So, and then this needs to be 10 times, right? So it needs to be times 30. I think that would be right. 8,400 would be the risk. Because 8,400 would be the risk. 8,400, 8,400. Because 300 times 10 times 3. I can't get the math, guys. My brain is not computing right now. But, risking, let's just call it 8 points. Yeah, 8 points to make 20 or 28 points, depending on where the stop loss was or where levels were. That's pretty damn good, right? And that's a IB fail, all right? IB fail. Let's take it. Close and fail. IB fail, right there. Do we have another IB fail? No. Yeah, IB fail right here. Doesn't go too much. Right, IB fail. Good. All right, so that's it for today. I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna continue back testing. I'm gonna back test this initial balance fail, or even just level fail. But uh, back test IB fail. And then let me do my screenshot for the IB fail, because that was a very good one right here. Right, and do we have the similarity? That boom, boom, boom. Price closed here, a push, and that one just ate all of that. So IB fell right here. Enter right there. Whew, that'd be nice. And NQ likes to freaking move. So what is this risk? Risking about 33 points. Already at 65. This pullback would have been devastating to look at. But this is an exit right here. So yeah, I would have been exiting here soon. This pullback here could have added to the trade. All right, this nice pullback. It's an add to the trade right here. This is about 20, 15, 19 points. They don't be looking that big. Like, how is this is 30? Okay, that's not that bad. All right, getting around here, 5 points. All right, we're already up 9. So as long as you don't give that much up, you end up getting like 5 points. But this would have been a nice add-on. Retest on the gray. All right, and then exit. Nice retest on the gray and exit. All right, that's it for me. See you later.